Master Leoni. Okay, hello, happy morning, everyone. Please unmute
Happy
yourself.
Good
morning.
morning.
Happy morning.
Yeah, welcome to our SCBD Toastmasters Club regular meeting. We will have, yes, it's so glad that we are already here coming earlier to greet everyone. And I hope you have a great weekday before the long weekend. So we have the holiday and Monday. Don't forget to have rest. Okay, so my name is Adrian Eka Febrianto. I will serve as your surgeon at arms, and my responsibility is to ensure the meetings run smoothly, all the slides coming up nicely, and you can all see the screen. The first one, yeah, thank you for being on time to our meeting, because the earlier we can prepare ourselves before the meeting starts. And the second one, please rename yourself. If you're a role taker, please rename yourself with the role in front of your name. If you're a Toastmasters, please have the TM dash your name dash your club. And if you're very first timer in here and not being member of Toastmasters, please put the G in front of your name. Please turn on your camera so we can see all of the participant faces, and also for the speakers so we appreciate the speakers when they are talking, and speakers can also see what is the reaction from their speech. And when you are invited, please unmute your microphones when it is your turn to speak or when you're invited by the speakers. And please keep your microphone on mute while others are talking. Next one, be fully present. And this is the most important things. Have fun. Yay! Where's my yay?
Yay!
Yay! Yay!
Okay, thank you everyone for humoring my opening, the house rules. So my responsibility to maintain the comfortable, to maintain all of the Zoom session comfortable. Please follow the house rules that we have in SCBD Toastmasters Club. Okay, I think that's all from my side. I will hand the control back, not the back. I'll hand the control to our Madam President, Toastmaster Dona Nadira. Over to you.
All right. Thank you so much to our SAA for having welcomed everyone. Well, happy morning.
Happy
Happy
morning.
Happy
morning.
Happy
morning.
Happy
morning.
morning.
It's so good to see everybody coming out at the night of in the eve of a long weekend here to show up and show out for your personal development. We really appreciate that. So I'd like to introduce you a little bit about SCBD Toastmasters Club. So welcome to our home. This is SCBD Toastmasters Club, where we are supportive, courageous, brilliant, and determined. We are part of Toastmasters International that has existed since 1924. I haven't existed since 1924. It focuses on public speaking and leadership with nearly 300,000 members in almost all countries and with almost 15,000 clubs all across the globe. Okay, we here at SCBD Toastmasters Club believe in a mission, integrity, respect, service, and excellence. We provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. How do we do that? We do that through pathways. So this is how Toastmasters can help you become the person you want to become. There are 6 sort of majors for you to choose from according to your needs. If you want to do lots of projects, you can take dynamic leadership. If you need to work on your quick thinking and witty skills, you could do engaging humor. And if you've never been on stage before and it's nerve-wracking and scary for you, try doing presentation mastery. We have something for everyone. And within those paths, you get to do so many different unique projects, just like the one we're about to see today. You can do difficult audience like we saw last week. You can make your own podcast. You can do active listening and make your own event at High Performance Leadership. Now, being a Toastmasters is your chance to become a world public speaking champion, an international leader, a mentor to others, and a leader of your own terms. So I'd like to welcome, if she is here, Toastmaster Ellen. Are you here yet? We'd like to give shout outs to our first time role takers. Oh, if she's not here yet, please welcome her later on because we have our very first time personal evaluator, Toastmaster Ellen, coming up soon. And don't forget, it is September. Do you remember? It is renewal season. So while you enjoy the, middle of the month, it's still a good time for you to come on up and join us. And you get to learn and become your very best self right here at SCBD Toastmasters. Okay, and for you who are still working on your projects, pace yourselves. Don't forget to complete level 2 by January 18th so that you're eligible for the club contest. Okay, so we meet online every Friday from 7 to 9 p.m. GMT plus 7. That's Western Indonesian time, right here on Zoom on this link. And every first and last weeks of the month, we meet in person at the Ministry of Education Library at Jalan Jenderal Sudirman, Jakarta, right next to FX. And you can get off at the Senayan MRT station. If you need to know anything else, please feel free to contact our VP of Membership, Toastmaster Dede, right on this link and right at this number. So that'll be it. I hope you enjoy. With the power vested in me, I officially open this meeting. Now, I'd like to welcome our woman of the night, our Toastmaster of the meeting, Toastmaster Dinda.
Yay!
Happy morning, everyone.
Happy
morning.
morning.
Happy morning!
Oh, I love the spirit. How are you guys?
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah,
Here we
Toastmaster
go.
Alvin. Have you finished your work today?
Not
Not
yet.
yet.
Not
Of
Still.
course
yet.
not.
Okay, same with me. Or do you have another idea maybe to move to another job? Uh-oh, because tonight is very, very special. We kind of like another good discussion about job, and let me share you something. Okay, so next theme is about land your dream job. Maybe some of you wanna be an actress, or maybe some of you wanna be a firefighters, or maybe a policeman or a police woman, but end up working for a bank. And then next WOD is agility. So everyone, have you ever heard about this sentence? Que sera, sera. Whatever will be, will be. Maybe if you don't remember the sentence, you will remember about this sentence. When I was just a little girl, I asked my mother, what will I be? Do you remember that? Or do you remember that as one of advertisement for wall painting? So the meaning of that song is about the girl asking to a mother, "Mom, what will I be when I grown up?" So I wanna ask similar question And that is the question of the day. What is your dream job? I wanna ask to one of our audience. Let me see. Oh,
Ask E.T.
yes?
E.T.
Yes,
Ask E.T.
His name is Toastmaster Elias. He goes by Itzy.
Oh, okay, Toastmaster Elias. Okay, okay. Thank you for the advice, Toastmaster Yusuf. Mr. Elias, where are you?
I'm here.
Okay,
Yes.
Toastmaster Elias, like the girl in the song, I wanna ask you, what is your dream job? Maybe that you dream when you were a leader, or your dream job when if I grow up, I wanna be like that. So what is your dream job, Toastmaster Elias?
Okay. Disclaimer on first, because this will be sometimes dangerous. But
Oh,
actually, I want to become a president. Yes.
it's not
Well,
dangerous.
sorry if I cross the line, but actually I want to become a president. But I was born in Indonesia. Maybe I need to work harder than the other. And yes, when my mother asked me, why you want to become the president? Well, because I want to lead the nation. I want to make Indonesia better again. So
Wow.
it is not about leading myself, leading my family, but I want to lead the people. I want to upgrade Indonesian, uh not only being a mediocre country, but we can be developed country. And yes, hopefully in 2045 we will reach that Indonesian golden 2035. Back to you, Dedina. Well, I'm not campaigning for president here.
Okay, okay, okay. Okay, thank you so much, Toastmaster Elias. What a good dream, what a good goals to be. Even you are not the president for Indonesia right now, at least you are the president for yourself. Okay, that is the question of the day. And then before we are going to the next agenda that will be led to by special team, I just wanna tell you that whatever we are doing right now, whatever the job that we are having right now, uh okay, so before that I wanna introduce our tonight session, tonight agenda. So the first we have prepared speech sessions, and it will be by Toastmaster Hanny. And then after that, there is one special session which is educational session. It will be hosted by Toastmaster Andhyka, and then will be evaluated by distinguished Toastmaster V. Buckley. And then we have special, maybe such as different table topics. So we called it as interview simulation session, and it will be led by Toastmaster Andhyka. And then, of course, we have evaluation session, and will be led by Toastmaster Alan and Toastmaster Donna. Okay, continue the sentence before. I just want to say whatever the job that we are having right now. Wow, we are amazing. So now I want to hand over to our general evaluator, Toastmaster Alvin, to introduce your special team tonight. Over to you, Toastmaster Alvin.
Thank you so much. Amazing, Tom. You are indeed amazing doing your job. Hopefully we can match you today. So as general evaluator, I will observe the meeting entirely from end to end. Because I'm a member of this club, I will not only observe this meeting only, I also observe the meeting before the meeting, and also outside of the meeting, how you use social media and how you manage the entire meeting. I will not be alone for today. I will have my team. First, I will have our timer, Toastmaster Ellie. Please introduce your role, Toastmaster Ellie.
Hello everyone, today I responsibility as a timer. As a timer, I will give the notification of the time that you're using in this meeting by using my background and also the reaction hand gesture. I mean the raise hand. And today education meeting, we have 4 sessions as Toastmaster Dinda already said. The first one is prepare speaker, where you have 5 until 7 minutes, and I will notify you the time by changing my background into green when it's 5 minutes. I will show you my background and 6 minutes yellow and 7 minutes red. The next session is edu session, where you have 10 to 20 minutes. I will inform you also about the time by using the same background, green, yellow, and red when it's 17 minutes, and for green, 18 minutes yellow, and 19 minutes red. The next one is the interactive session, that is the interview session. Usually we have table topic, but today is special. We have interview session where everyone have 1 until 2 minutes. And I also inform you the time by using my background, green when it's 1 minute, yellow when it's 1 minute 30 seconds, red when it's 2 minutes. The last one is the evaluation session, where the evaluator have the time that is 2 until 3 minutes. And I will also change my background to inform you the time by using green when it's 2 minutes, yellow when it's 2 minutes 30 seconds, and red when it's 3 minutes. When my background is red, please wrap up your speech so you will be eligible to be voted. And please, everyone, be concerned with our time. Everyone, the role taker, the speaker, please be concerned with our time. So everyone have enough time to speak in this meeting. I think that's all. Back to you, GE.
Thank you so much, Ellie. Yes, let's be aware of our time. If I may request you, Ellie, please note the time of all the agendas. So if you find over time, please notice your Tom, Toastmaster Dinda, that our timing is over on the agenda. Let's move to our second role takers in my team. I have my mentor and my mentee, Beatrix or Bebe, as a NWOD counter. Over to you, Toastmaster Bebe.
Okay, thank you, G. Toastmaster Alvin. So, fellow Toastmaster and guests, my name is Beatrix, or you can call me Baby too, and I will be the WOD counter for tonight. So, my responsibility is to note every words and sounds that are used as pause filler by anyone who speaks. So during the meeting, I will listen the overused words, including and, well, but, so, and, something like that. I will also listen for filler sound, including and I will also note when a speaker repeats a word or phrase such as I, this means, like that. Another things that I noticed the word of the day. You know what? Agility. So I hope you guys can improve your agility to use this word of the day. Please use it as many as you can during your speech. And at the end of the meeting, I will report the number of times that each speaker used this expression. That's all. Back to you, GE, Toastmaster Alvin.
Thank you so much, Bebe, as our NWOD counter. And next, let's move to our brilliant role takers. His name is Brilliant. Febrilian Hussein as grammarian for today. Please introduce your role and also our word of the day. Over to you, Toastmaster Brian.
Hi, hello. Am I audible?
Yes.
Okay. Happy morning, everyone. My name is Brian Hussein, and today I'll be serving you as your grammarian. So, what is my job as your grammarian is basically two things. Number one is that I'm going to pay attention closely to your language usage. That means I'm going to take note down about improper language usage, and then I'm also going to take note about a beautiful phrases, a beautiful quotes, and insightful quotes that the speakers mention in their speeches. And number two is that I also going to explain the word of the day today. So allow me to share my screen. Is this visible on your end?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so our word of the day today is agility. Can I ask everyone to unmute your microphone and then let's pronounce it together? Agility.
Agility.
Right. So it's kind of like different from the actual words that it stems from agile, because it's now in a noun form. The way that we pronounce this is agility. And what is the meaning of agility is the power of moving quickly and easily, or that the ability to think and draw conclusions quickly. The example to use this in a sentence is the House of Hightower's political agility allowed them to secure the throne. So that means the House of Hightowers has this power of moving quickly to secure this throne. All right, I believe that's all of my brief introductions about the role of a grammarian. I will give my report once called upon by GE. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Brian, for your role. We have another role. It is very important to determine who is the best for today. We have our ballot counter, Toastmaster Fitzy.
Yes.
Master
Thank you,
Vincent.
Sergi. Thank you, Sergi. My fellow Toastmaster and guests, my name is Vincent. And tonight I will be the ballot counter.
Sorry, someone is not muted. Can you mute yourself, please? Thank you.
Okay, thank you. As a ballot counter, I will create polls during this meeting. I will use the Easy Polls website. And during this ballot chaos, you are going to vote for the best prepared speakers, best table topic speaker, and best speech evaluators. And for this meeting, we only have one prepared speaker, so we don't need to vote for the best prepared speaker. And please use your rights to vote to encourage the speakers. By the end of the meeting, we will have a Hall of Fame for the most voted speakers. And I can't wait to hear your remarkable speech, everyone. Back to you, Sergi.
Thank you so much, our ballot counter. So that is all my team for today. Let's enjoy the meeting tonight. With my evaluation team, we'll give you an input and feedback so you can always improve throughout this meeting. Thank you so much. Back to our Toastmaster of the meeting, Toastmaster Dinda.
Thank you so much, GE. And then what a wonderful team for tonight. So now we are moving to our first agenda, which is our prepared speech session. And our speaker will be Toastmaster Hanny, and then Toastmaster Hanny will be evaluated by Toastmaster Alan. Now I'm calling the evaluator, Toastmaster Alan, to introduce Toastmaster Hanny, and then her speech for tonight. Over to you, Toastmaster Alan.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the meeting. Happy morning, everyone. I am happy to introduce the first speaker Toastmaster Hanny Wurdiansa, who will share her speak about level 3 project 3, know your sense of humor. The purpose of this speech is to begin developing a collection of humorous stories and to present a speech that includes humor. So, ladies and gentlemen, Toastmaster Hanny Wurdiansa, sustainability, Toastmaster Hanny Wurdiansa.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ellen. And everyone, let me share my screen first. Is my screen is visible?
Yes, Toastmaster Hanny.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, once upon a time, there was a young lady who had been single for 5 years. Her best friends advised her to try Bumble dating apps to find her boyfriend. Can you guess who she is? Her name is Kajolani. Hi Kajolani, come on, it's already 2023. Let's play Bumble Daps, swipe right, find a dating, and have fun. Okay then, I will give it a try, yeah. Now, Kajolani would like to share her dating experience. At Sunday lunch, she met a first guy. He was an engineering man. He was a confident introduced about himself, his sociable person that loved hang out in the cafe. Until he tell about his story. In the past, become a bad boy. Racing car, clubbing, drinking, etc. Then some of the things that makes him realize that got him, he give a warning. He got car accidents. Head and face has stitches scars. And also, he recovered in ICU hospital for 3 months. After this case, he feel grateful that God's still saving him until present. Currently, he is not an employee because he still recovery from the illness. Although our communication was good, but I feel less connection because our communication only one way. And then after that, he flirting on me and I was lost contact to him because he makes me feel. I would say goodbye. And this impression to him is not recycled in communication. Second, I met a second guy in Monday evening. He is an HR professional, very neat person. He invited me in the Lux Cafe. He come earlier, reserved the place in smoking room. He ordered the dinner earlier. Then he just finished the dinner. I just wondering why he doesn't wait to take a dinner together with me. Then he was so arrogant because he felt upset when I asked to move in the main non-smoking room. And then after I build a conversation about his background, tomorrow he just left and ghosted. And I say goodbye. This sounds like he give pollution in my heart. The third, on Tuesday evening, I met a basketball player, handsome, tall, gentleman. The way treat me even invite in casual dating, in resto for snack dinner. I thought he liked a tourist. After I heard his speaking, Helala, the speaking was very ngapak-ngapak. Las brebes wong Jawa. Then he's very ordinary guy. He was connect a story very touchy. He was shared and playing Bumble apps experience. He got a fail 3 times in married, but the currently status he's gray because he not officially single but looking for a backup woman in Bumble dating apps. Yes, it's a real life. Don't judge a book by the cover only because we never know what are going through behind. After that, I lost contact to him and I would say goodbye. Feel this uncertainty in gray economy. And my friend asked me, why you looking from the three guys like a nature? You introduce in very detail. Yes, from my experience with those three guys, the result was no sustainability in the love relationship. From there, I learned that relationship is one of the investment for us human, where we need to find the right partner and the criteria to be invest in the long term. Of course, I would like give an example as analogy. If I, as an investor, and want to move to the next step with the partner, here's some of the steps. I like did before, like find criteria to Bumble apps, swipe right or left. Second, we got a match and invite him to go dating in the person. The third, we build in the conversation or we connected each other, then negotiate some of the things. Fourth, of course, to find suitable, I need to do diligence. Start from financial aspect, liability, asset, etc. And add more ESG aspect to consideration. 5. If I and my partner has agreement, then we officially sign an integration to continuing. Dear my fellow Toastmaster, from this experience, there are many lessons learned, especially in sustainable love relationship. This analogy is the same when we do it in merger or acquisition. The important thing is the highlight use ESG principle. As an HR professional man, in the relationship, reduce carbon footprint by walking a dinner together. It means when he was smoking and create more pollution, his behavior doesn't care with environment. Yes, for a sustainable relationship, you need to put more effort caring. Second, engineering man. Build social equity in your relationship by sharing each other's in conversation. It means to support each other's. To our communication need feel connecting in two ways. Please don't act flirting me and pay attention as an active listener. The third, from basketball player, good governance in relationship is having clear roles. It means his status not glossy or gray. It should be he has officially single. So my conclusion, remember if you want to build a sustainable love relationship, don't forget consider the ESG principle of your partner. It determines your partner care for the whole planet as your future home. He has great love for his planet, why not for you? Back to Madam Tom.
Wow, really awesome. So everyone, please give a big applause to Toastmaster Hanny and say congratulations, Toastmaster Hanny.
Congratulations, Toastmaster Hanny.
Congratulations, Professor Hanny.
Congratulations.
It was a really good speech and then well researched. I just know, but the ESG theory could be applied in this relationship terms. And then I really like one statement that Toastmaster Hanny say is about relationship is like investment. So we have to choose a right partner. Yeah, don't choose a bodong partner like a bodong investment. Okay, everyone? So now we are going to have to our next agenda. This is so special because this educational session bring an expert in this field. So like I said before in the opening, who want to have a new job? You have to looking for a new job and then you have to be great in your interview session to get a new job. And in these sessions, you will get so many advices for having a great performance in interview session. So this educational session will be hosted by Toastmaster Andhyka and will be evaluated by distinguished Toastmaster Lee Buckley. And to introduce the speaker, I will call distinguished Toastmaster Lee Buckley to introduce the speaker for tonight. Hello, Toastmaster Lee Buckley. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the meeting, Dinda. Tonight we have a very special speaker for the educational session. It is the Q&A session to demonstrate our Toastmasters agility. We don't just give speeches, we can also do question and answers. Toastmaster Andhyka will be presenting the question and answer session. The purpose of this project is for the member to learn and practice facilitating a question and answer session. The purpose of this project is for the member to practice delivering an informative speech and running a well-organized question and answer session. Please put your hands together to welcome our speaker, Toastmaster Andhyka Somasono. Land your dream job. Interview success strategies. Land your dream job. Interview success strategies. Toastmaster Andhyka Somasono. Over to you.
Am I audible?
Yes, Toastmaster Andhyka.
When we read these words, moonwalk dance, king of pop, who comes to your mind? Can you please unmute yourself?
Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson was my favorite singer. And one of the remarkable quotes from him is that you make your dreams come true. Speaking of dream, everyone has their dream job. Maybe some of you said, no, I don't think so. Well, maybe now. But then think one day before, 1 month before, 1 year before, or maybe 5 years before. We must have a dream job. Then the passage to land our dream job is interview. That is the door that we have passed through. No matter how big or how small it is, you have to find the door and go through it. And think of interview as your door. Tonight, I'm going to share with you the interview success strategy. And it comes with a very good term. I call it 4S. I know some of you say that, why not 3? Well, I love 4, then the strategy is 4S. Skills, study, start and end impressively, and stories with star. So let's deep dive on the 4S strategy to help you. The first one is skills. There are 2 types of skills. There is technical skill, and also there is transferable skill. Well, technical skill is actually a skill that is very specific for a requirement of a job. It can be anything. If you are a programmer, then coding is your technical skill. If you are a stand-up comedian, then creating jokes will be your technical skills. Everyone has their own technical skill. But the most factor that is going to bring you a success is the transferable skills. What are transferable skills? Well, transferable skills refer to general skills that you can apply to any situation, to any job, to any company. I am not Superman.
Do I have transferable skills? Well, guess what? If you look into yourself deeper, then you will find out that you have transferable skills. So what are the examples? Communication. Do you communicate? Then you have communication skills. Have you managed a project? Project management is a transferable skill. Have you solved a problem? Then you have the problem-solving skills. So these are the examples of the transferable skills. Now, the question is how fluent you are in those transferable skills. Well, the first thing to remember is that let's be honest to ourselves. List down our skills, both technical and transferable. Well, technical, usually, it comes really easy in our mind. But then when we talk to transferable skills, then we might think further what kind of transferable skills that we have. But trust me, if you understand your transferable skills, then you can ace every question in the interview. Then the second S, it stands for study. I don't want to study. I have graduated from school. I just want to walk away from study. That's not the study that I'm looking for. Well, first, you have to know the company that offered the job. If you know the vision, the organization structure, the lines of business, their culture, it will be a very advantage for you. And the second one, you need to know your interviewer. So when you got a job interview offer or invitation, you can ask, who will be the interviewer? No, you will not be considered to be kepo or you want to know everything. But it is a homework for you. Then you will know who the interviewer is. What will be the background? What skills does the interviewer have? And sort of things. Maybe you can also see which school do they go to. Then you can relate to the conversation. And the third one, this is what I found that people struggle because for those of you who have done the job interview, at the end of the day or at the end of the session, the interviewer will ask, do you have any question for me? And if you think that you don't have question, it means that you understand what the interviewer said. That is wrong. It doesn't show any interest in the job. It doesn't show any creativity. It doesn't show any curiosity. Then I suggest you to prepare questions before the interview. Okay, then what questions do I have to ask? Well, you can ask about their culture, but remember, if you want to ask about the culture, it might be proper if you talk to the HR because some of the jobs require multi-level interviews. So when you talk to the HR personnel or the recruiter, then you can ask about the company culture. You can ask about the career development. You can ask about how they develop their people. But if you talk to the future manager who happen not to be in HR, then you can be more specific. Ask about what is the near future expectation? What is the target? What kind of working way that you prefer? So something that's more related to the job. So asking the right question is one of the keys to your success. And prepared for a surprise question. For those of you who are Toastmaster, it might sound like table topics, but sometimes interviewer asks the surprise question to break the ice. For example, if I'm the interviewer, I love to ask. I will choose our timer, but you don't have to say anything, Toastmaster Ellie. So Ellie, tell me something that is not stated in your CV. It does sound like a table topic. And some candidates actually struggled. When they struggled, they can repeat what they have stated in the CV, which is not good for them. So anyone, please be prepared for the surprise question. However, you have to be careful. I had one example. When I asked that question, this candidate said, Andhyka, one thing that isn't stated in the CV, I just lost my dog yesterday. Wow. It sounds very heavy. Even I am not a pet lover, but I know it is a sad moment. Then please, everyone, you can be out of the box, but then please try to build the mood, especially when the interview is after lunch. It's kind of hard for both the interviewer and the interviewee. So if you can bring some example which is joyful, that will be great. I know he was just being honest, but then it was kind of hard to build up the mood throughout the interview. And the fifth one, you can look at the gesture of the interviewer, especially when you do face-to-face. If they lean, and then you can also lean, but very natural. If they do this, you can also do that. Because if we see, I mean, we from the interviewer see that as a mirroring, it means like, oh, this person has a common ground with me. And that is a good start. And what about the next S? Start and end impressively. Okay, for those of you, I would suggest that you can find your differentiator to support your qualification for the job. And also, you start your conversation with your differentiator. And end your discussion with your differentiator again. Remember, be different. And when you answer your question, please use the framework STAR. Why? Because we love stories. Interviewer love stories. We can relate to the example. Well, STAR stands for a situation, task, action, and result. The situation that's related to the interviewer's question, for example, oh, you're doing a relocation project, that's a situation. And task, your major role in the situation. And then the action refers to your contribution and also the result. So, interview success strategy, remember 4S: skills, study, start and end impressively, and also stories with STAR. Now, I would love to give the floor if you have any question. Could you please unmute yourself if you have any question?
Toastmaster Andhyka, I have question.
Yes, please. Who is speaking?
Flo.
Okay, Toastmaster Flo, what's your question?
How we could answer the HR when we don't have any impressive story to share?
Okay, so your question is, what if our story isn't really compelling according to us? Then how should we make it? First of all, we have to make it relevant. Either it is compelling or not, actually it is out of our control. But if you can hit the question with the right answer, that would be great. Compelling is actually make it more, I would say, interesting. Maybe it's humorous, or maybe it's extravaganza. That is actually not really what we are searching for. A compelling story, but if it's not related to the question itself, that is a no-no. But if you can share a simple story, but it answers the question from interviewer, that brings more impact to you. Does that answer your question, Toastmaster Flo?
Yes, Toastmaster Andhyka, thank you.
All right. Now let's move to the next one, Miss President, Toastmaster Donna.
Hello, Toastmaster Andhyka. Allow me to spotlight. Oh, sorry. That's really bad.
Yes. What's your question?
Okay. I'd like to ask, thank you for making the time, first of all. What if we're nervous? I've experienced some personal experiences where we've prepared everything and the moment we step in, we're like, oh, I don't know what to say. How do we overcome that? Thank you.
Okay, Toastmaster Donna, let me clarify my understanding. So your question is about how you overcome the nervousness before the interview.
Yes. What if what if our thoughts just evaporate from our head the moment we sit down?
All right, that happened, definitely. Well, first of all, you can always smile and then take a deep breath. Although you don't have to show it, it's like, then it will create a funny reaction from the interviewer. Oh, what happens with this interviewee? But then if you can say, can I take 30 seconds to think? Because sometimes the question is specific enough. For example, Toastmaster Donna, can you tell me a situation where you fail and you have a lot of resentment from your colleagues? And how did you get up? It is a deep question. And we from the interviewer understand that you need to think of it. If something doesn't come up in mind, then you can always smile and talk about anything that is related to that, although it is very small relationship. So I guess smiling and ask for time to think, and it's okay, especially for the question that needs intensive answer. So it's not like, hey, Toastmaster Dana, where do you live? I'll say, okay, let me try to think. No, that's not kind of a question. So back to your question is that it's okay if you forget the words that you want to say, or just smile and then ask for time. Does that answer the question, Toastmaster Dana?
It does. Thank you.
All right. Now I'm seeing Toastmaster Nikki that just raised her hand. Toastmaster Nikki, your question, please.
Thank you, Toastmaster Andhyka. First of all, thank you so much for the insightful sharing. I believe everybody learned a lot from your sharing today. Now, my question is, I think everyone here, all the interviewees, they want to stand out in a way during interviews, right? So, based on your experience as an interviewer or interviewee, do you have any tips on how to make you stand out as someone who's searching for a job? Thank you. That'll be all.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nikki. How to make the interviewee stand out? I would say from this stage, start and end impressively. So we need to have a differentiator and tell that differentiator at the beginning. For example, someone said, oh, tell me about yourself. Then we can talk about our experience in a glint way, but then ended up as like, because of my personality, which is outgoing and I'm resilient, I believe that I am the best candidate for this. And then at the end of the interview, usually they will say that, Toastmaster Nikki, do you have any question for me? And then you ask question, and the interviewer will say, do you have any last question for me? And then Toastmaster Nikki, you can say that, oh, I don't have any last question. Thank you so much. But I just want to emphasize, for example, that I am the best candidate because of this. So I guess starting impressively and ending it impressively with a differentiator that is really relevant to the job requirements, that is one of the key to make you stand out from the other candidates. Does that answer your question, Ms. Nikki?
Yes, but can I ask one quick one? Would you suggest using humor or stick to being professional?
Okay. Being professional is I would say is the usual one. Definitely, we cannot not be unprofessional. However, if you want to use humor, please consider the background, consider the culture, consider the timing, consider who the interviewer is. If he or she can relate to your joke or your humor, then fine. But if you are unsure, then I think I will not suggest you to do that. So making sure that if you are sure about those conditions are fine to throw a joke or throw a humor, then it's great. Like, for example, I can throw a lot of jokes in an Indonesian context. But if I have an interview in Hong Kong, for example, then I will not to throw that humor because first, they don't get the context. Second, we look weird because they don't get the humor. So my answer is that you have to ensure that the context is correct. I hope it answered the question.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Now, I still have time. Then let's go to our GE. Toastmaster Alvin, what is your question?
Thank you. How to answer a trapping question, or how to, for example, are you available to place across South Indonesia from Aceh to Papua, or how much salary you want? How to answer that kind of question? Any trap question?
Okay. Well, from the point of view of interviewer, there are no trap questions because we want to know the flexibility. We want to know the availability. We want to know the mobility preference. That's why we always say that, are you available to be located in all parts of Indonesia? For me, it would be great if you are being honest, but then you can also evaluate yourself. You can assess. If you think that I am mobile enough, then we can always say that, yes, I am. But then if we have restrictions, then we can say that, oh, actually, I would love to go traveling for my business. However, there are certain conditions that don't allow me to do that. So I will take 50% of mobility, or I can say that I can do business traveling twice a month, for example. But then if you think that you are not mobile enough, then we have to be fair and square, because that is actually, it's not a trap question. It's a question to, I would say, to interview about your mobility preference. And the second one, for the how much salary is expected, I know that in Indonesia, it is not common to state that. We can always say that it is negotiable to the company standard. So let's find the numbers. So I would say that if it is the negotiation part, it means that the latter interview, it's not the beginning. If it's a beginning, I will suggest you to say that, oh, it's negotiable. It depends on the company standard. But then after that, if you go through the next round to the final interview with HR and then negotiate, I would suggest that you have already researched for this particular position. How much salary do you think is the range? And then also, what is your current salary? And then what is your expected projection of increase? Is it 20%, 25, 30, or even 50%? So it's up to you. So then again, I would say that research, and you can be diplomatic. being negotiable. I hope that answers your question, Toastmaster Alvin. I understand that the time doesn't allow me to go further, but thank you so much, everyone. And please remember, you can use the 4S. First one is skills, study, start and end impressively, and give the stories with STAR framework. And I hope you are successful in your interview. Thank you so much. Back to you, Tom.
Wow, thank you so much. Wow, that was incredible session and so much tips and tricks to do our interview for the next. And we can see our audience is so energetic with this session, with how many raise hand outs. And then Toastmaster Andhyka, rather than to congratulate you, I just want to say thank you. And I want everyone to say thank you, Toastmaster Andhyka.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Toastmaster Andhyka.
And the 4S strategy, which is stand for skill, study, start, and impressively, and stories with star, I will call it and remember it as 4S. Stand for smart solution and then special strategies. And I will do that in my next interview. So, without further ado, there is a room for improvement. That's why we always have evaluation session, and this educational session will be evaluated by our distinguished Toastmaster Lee. For distinguished Toastmaster Lee, over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the meeting. Wow, Toastmaster Andhyka, that was an impressive educational session. You demonstrated agility, not only just giving wonderful speeches, but also in educational. I love how you engage with the audience at the beginning, where you even had Michael Jackson included in your educational. You had very good segue into how interview is very important. And these are some of the skills that we have to master in order to help us to get or land that dream job. I loved how you summarize your interview skills into the 4 S's. Skills, study, start and end impressively, and use stories with stars. Not only did you show us what are the skills, but you also gave us examples. For example, under skills, there are technical skills and there are transferable skills. And you gave us examples of what they are: communication, project management, for example. It is important that we study before we go for an interview. And I loved how you included at the end, do you have any questions for me? This is what I always tell my students. Whenever you go to interviews, do not just end, because you might have a good interview, but if you have a great interview, by giving a lasting impact on your interviewers. And one of the ways is, do you have any questions? And you will say, yes, in fact, I do have questions for you. And I love how you taught us, you can be curious. You can show us, how you are interested in a company, how you can get their attention as well. You also showed us the difference between talking to HR managers versus your direct boss or your potential boss. I love how you said differentiate yourself, use the differentiator, and use stories with stars. Your question and answers were very, very useful. They were very, very specific. And I love how you took the time, you answered each question, and you even went back to the slides to show us how do we start and end impressively. I love how the Zoom master helped by highlighting or spotlighting you and the person asking the question, and how everyone knew to click on the virtual raise hand rather than just raising their hands. Well done overall. If I may suggest, there was just one particular point when you were talking about, and you shared the slides, start and end impressively. As soon as you finished with the speaker, I'm not sure whether it was the speaker controlling the slides or the Zoom master helping the speaker with the slides. If you can just maybe unshare your slide, and then you can move on to the next speaker, because the slide was left on for quite some time. overall, and you ended by again summarizing what the 4 S's were. I love this session, and I wish everyone would have the agility to do something like this, to go out of the box and use a project like question and answer to help us, not just the speaker to develop their skills, but also to help the audience to learn some life skills, tips to do interviews. And another thing is perhaps maybe next session, if you could show us the STAR method. How do we use that effectively in situational behavioral questions? And that will help us to ace and land that dream job. Overall, well done. You had voice modulation, gestures, very well structured speech, and question and answer session. Perhaps just remember to unshare the slides, and then at the end, we'll all hopefully land our dream jobs. Thank you, Toastmaster Andhyka, and back to you, Toastmaster of the meeting.
Thank you so much, distinguished Toastmaster Lee. It was really great evaluations. And then we will have next agenda. So to make us having more skill in agility so we can adapt well, tonight we will have a special session. Maybe it's kind of different than other table topic sessions because tonight we will have interview simulation session and it will be hosted by Toastmaster Andhyka. So for everyone, I know that you are waiting for this session, so be ready. And then Toastmaster Andhyka, over to you to lead this session.
Thank you so much. Now, I think we answer the request that is stated in the chat. So we have learned about the theory. We have the interview or the Q&A session. But now let's do some practice. Are you excited to practice?
Woo! Let's
Super,
go.
super excited.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm quite surprised that only 1, 2, 5. I was like, are you excited?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
Yes,
right.
yes, yes.
Okay, let me get back to the 4S. Skills, studies, start and end impressively, and also stories with star. Now, I would love you, all of you actually, to see the case study here. Now, we have a job advertisement. We are hiring for a social media manager in a digital bank. And you see here at the top left, those are the job requirement and activities or role and responsibilities. What you will be doing, daily content creation, leading operational tasks, and also analyze key marketing metrics. And what do we look for from you? So these are the qualifications. You have to have 3 to 5 years experience. You are able to lead a team and also managing projects. And you have the skill to creatively crunch data. Now, your task is, I'm going to give you 1 minute to list down your skills that is related to this. Let's pretend that you are interested in applying for this. Then please list down your skills, especially the transferable skills. What do you think of the transferable skills that are required from this job position? So timer, can you please give me 1 minute and then you tell me when the time is up? So everyone, please list down your skills and pretend that you are going to interview for this position. When 1 minute is up, please let me know, Miss Timer.
The time is up.
Okay, thank you so much. Now, let's call some candidates right now. Are you ready? No. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right.
Yes, we are. Woohoo.
Okay. I would love to call our Toastmaster first. Let me see here. Toastmaster Agung Wardoyo from Bali. Toastmaster Agung Wardoyo from Bali. Are you there?
Yes, sir. I'm here. Toastmaster Andhyka.
Okay. Did you remember the job requirements? The social
Yep.
media manager?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Toastmaster Agung, you will have 1 to 2 minutes to answer this question. Please consider yourself as the interviewee. Okay.
All
So
right.
Toastmaster Agung, tell me one thing that isn't stated in your CV.
All right. Yeah, the one thing that I didn't state into my CV is that the requirement, so the experience is not related to the job requirement. Actually, that it is a 6 months job experience that I had during the gap year when I graduated from my university. It was being the product management area that is not related to this, but I am really sure that I could bring the experience from my job there as a product management to do the job that required as well in the social media manager, because I have been engaged with a lot of collaboration with teams, and also I used a lot of my communication skills, like when we have to deal with issues about the job that we have issues with our clients, for example. And then also I am really comfortable with data, and I always collect data and then make it into insights of what things that we need to do in the next stage, in the next day, so that we can use that for a decision, for my decision making process. And I think it's really, really important for the social media manager that we need to know the market. We need to know what is the needs for our audience to get when they look at our social media, the content that we need to create for our products, for our companies. Yeah. Thank you, Toastmaster Andhyka.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Agung. Toastmaster Agung managed to relate what his experience and the skills that he gained, the exposure that he gained to the social media manager job requirement. What I can suggest to you, Toastmaster Agung, is to remove the words maybe it's not relevant or maybe it's not related, because it might have a small context, but it can ring here in the interviewer mind. So when you say something, make sure that it is positive or it is relevant. Although, for example, yeah, I take a gap year traveling around the world, but then I can see that I would say I can have a lot of data, and I try to find out, what kind of data, the number of the tourists, and then I create some little insights and so on and so forth. So make everything is related, no matter how small is the relationship, but make it more, I would say, relevant to the job requirement. Thank you, Toastmaster Agung. Now,
thank you so much.
I would love to call our guests. And I see here guest Sasi. Are you there, guest Sasi? Can I see whether guest Sasi is here? No, I don't think so. All right. Let's move on to another guess. What about Fania? Hi, Fania.
Hello.
Hello. Do you want to participate?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So you have known the job requirements of the social media manager. Now, Fania, can you share with me your recent experience in leading a team?
In leading a team, I have actually take a role on leading a team of social media administration, I think, in my organization in my uni year. And so what I've done was I try to make to increase the engagement of the contents that were made by the design team, and then me and my team try to post it in a way that is making the engagement higher by writing the sentences correctly and more interactively. That's it.
Okay. Thank you so much. Are you a Toastmaster or are you a guest?
No, I'm a guest.
Okay. So guest Fania actually show the STAR framework. So she told us about the situation and then her task and her action. What I think it is very clear that from your story, what I can suggest is you to emphasize on the results. So what happens with the engagement rate? Does it over, I would say, is it over your target? Or did it meet your target? Or is it under your target? Because I believe that the interviewer would like to see, okay, you have done this, you have done that. Oh, you have the agility to do that. But then what was the result? Okay, the STAR, situation, task, action, and also result. Thank you so much, Fania, for participating.
Thank you.
Now we want to go to the Toastmaster. What about Toastmaster Lutfi? Toastmaster Lutfi from Lipo Karawaci Toastmasters Club.
Sure, I would love to.
Okay. Toastmaster Lutfi. Do you have any question for me?
Based on the requirement that you have mentioned on that offer, I didn't notice any requirement that pertinent to our background. So is it permissible that the candidate was not aligned with your current requirements? So, for example,
oh, okay. Can I cut you short for a minute? So the point is, when I ask you, do you have any question? It means that you are at the end of the interview. So you are the interviewee now, and you have to ask question to the interviewer. So what will be your what will be the questions for the interviewer? Does it make sense, Toastmaster Lutfi?
Yes.
So we are role playing. I am
Yeah.
the interviewer, you are the interviewee. So what is your question for me?
Well, thank you. Sure. for your offer. I want to peel an onion about the work culture on your company. And I want to know that the company preparation, is it prefer to result oriented or process oriented? So I can't adapt with that condition. Thank you.
Thank you. That's a very good question. So I'm assuming that you are asking about the company culture. Okay. I think I like the question because it shows that you are interested to know more about the company, how to work there, and then the ambience. What I can suggest to you is not to throw a close-ended question. You say, is it this or that? So you can, if it is something that you want to clarify, you can say this, for example, from what I research, it seems that the culture of your company is more towards the people orientation instead of, not instead of, it's like a more towards the people orientation. Could you please confirm whether my understanding is correct? So the impression is that Toastmaster Lutfi has done some research. So he has prepared himself. It doesn't matter whether it is correct or not, because you are confirming your understanding. So there is a margin of error that, but then you can say that and still leave a good impression if you say that. So you just don't say, so is it people-oriented or task-oriented? Because it can be killed by saying, we do both, people and result-oriented, because it seems general. But it doesn't leave a good impression on you. It's just neutral. So every time you ask question, please ask question with a proper way first, and then ask the right question and leave a good impression. I hope that is useful for you. Okay. Miss Timer, do we still have time?
Yes, that's Mas Andhyka. We still have time for
one more. Okay, now, since this is one more, can you please raise your hand to volunteer? If you want to participate, can you please raise your hand? Virtually. Only Toastmaster Ellie? Oh, okay. We have Maidina Zakia. Hi, Maidina.
Hello, sorry, can on cam.
Oh, okay, okay.
Hello?
No problem. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. So, Maidina.
Yeah.
If you get hired for this position, you have known the job requirements.
Yeah.
You also know your expertise and experience. So to perform this job well, what do you think your area of improvement is?
Sorry. The question.
Okay. If you get hired for this position, for the social media manager, you have known the job requirements, right?
Yeah.
And you have known your experience and expertise. Now, to become a good social media manager, what needs to be improved from you?
Oh, okay. Based on my experience, maybe I just a social media officer, not a manager, but I'm interested with this position to get new challenge. The skills that I have to increase is maybe leadership aspect. Even though I have some experience about that, but in the more often is in just for in community, not in professional action. In professional section, for 1 until 4 years, it's just freelance and social media officer. Even when social media grew up at the start, in the past, at the start, sorry kalau bahasa Inggrisnya nggak begitu bagus, like as Twitter, and while we don't know the term of social media is as social media, I have kepercayaan apa ya? I have a job desk from Inaikta experience Indonesia ICT Award in 2009 as to manage all social media, while people in digital
Hello.
ecosystem doesn't
Okay.
manage. So like that.
Okay.
Maybe like
Thank
that.
you. Thank you, Medina, for
So maybe
sharing.
the certification, I don't have the certification, just uh, the experience about social media is just based on what that autodidact like that.
Okay. Self-learning.
Yeah.
Okay, Medina, thank you
Okay.
for sharing. I
Thank
really
you.
appreciate the candor, your honesty, and how you see yourself. I believe that it is all up to us to which one to be highlighted. But my message to you and also the others is to also follow up with your improvement plan. For example, for social media manager. Actually, I have done social media manager in the tech company, for example. However, I understand that I still have low exposure in the banking industry. So I need to, I need have more exposure on how to do social media in the banking manager. But I have this plan because I am in the community of the social media enthusiasts where everyone comes from different backgrounds. And I know that some of the community members are from banks. So definitely I will be in touch more closely with my colleagues in that community so that I can equip myself and do better if I got hired on this social media manager. So the point is we show our area of improvement, but then we know how to solve it because that will leave a good impression on the interviewer. If we only highlight the, I would say, the area of improvement, then they will think, are these people suitable for this job? But if they know how to fill the gap, then okay. So these people actually know what they are, I would say, the area of improvement, but then they also know how to close the gap. So you are being honest, but you are perceived as someone that takes care of their own development. So that is my suggestion to you, Medina. So I understand that this will be the last speaker. Then I hope that you will, all of you can implement this in your next interview. And I hope you will get your dream job because Michael Jackson said that you are the one who make your dream come true with 4S. Okay, study, skills, know your skills, and then start study about everything that is related to job, the company, and then start and end the interview impressively, and you tell the story with the STAR framework. Well, thank you so much. Now let's call our Miss Timer to see the timer report. Miss Timer, the screen is yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster Andhyka. For the interview session, Toastmaster Agung, 2 minutes 50 seconds. Soon to be Toastmaster Fania, 1 minute. Toastmaster Lutfi, 1 minute 48 seconds. And soon to be Toastmaster Maidina, 2 minutes 70 seconds. I think all is eligible to be voted. Back to you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ellie. Now let's go to our ballot counter.
Sorry for waiting. Okay, I will share the link to take the vote. Everyone feel free to vote from all the interviewees who already take the role previously. So just click the link in the chat. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ballot Counter, Toastmaster Vincent. Now, to keep things going, I'm gonna give the control back to Tom. Miss Tom, screen is yours.
All right, thank you so much for the amazing session, because it's feelings like a real interview, because I was breathing and I'm nervous myself, so I think I'm not ready yet for the real interview, but really amazing, and it's really helpful for us to have more preparation in our next interview. Once again, thank you so much, as Master Andhyka. And then Master Vincent, is everyone vote already? All right. Okay, now we are having our next session, which is online photo session, and it will be led by our SA, our Toastmaster Adrian. Over to you.
Hello. Yeah, thank you everyone. Thank you Toastmaster of the meeting. So it's time for the photo session, and I humbly ask everyone to open their camera. Because we have a lot of participants here, I would say it would take 2 or 3 shots. Soon to be Toastmaster Medina, if you're available to open the camera, please do so. Miss Treasurer, Toastmaster Nabila, soon to be Toastmaster Anaskia, Toastmaster Farah, Toastmaster Flo, Toastmaster Hanny, and soon to be Toastmaster Avisena, soon to be Toastmaster Debbie, and other visiting Toastmaster. Nina, I will give you time to open the camera in 10 seconds, 5 or 10 seconds. Okay, I think most of you already opened. Toastmaster Alvin, would you mind if you can open the camera? Okay, let's start to get it continue. So I will start count from 1 to 3. Please give your best pose in 1, 2, 3. Once more. In the page 2. Oh, wow, we have a lot of participants. Okay, everyone. In 1, 2, 3. Correct. Not sure, where is it? Okay, correct. Okay, done. Back to you, Toastmaster of the meeting.
Okay, thank you so much, our SAA. I'm sure that we have a lot of good photos that we will share later. And now we will going to have another agenda, and it's really important, because to make us better and to make us have more agility, we have to evaluate what we have done. This evaluation session is really important because there will always an improvement for everything. And the evaluation session will be led by our Toastmaster Leonie. For Toastmaster Leonie, time with yours.
Hello, happy morning, everyone. Due to some occurrences, our GE for today will be replaced by me, but he already gave me a part of a note. So let's start our general evaluation session. And the first section would be our prepared speech evaluation. So the first evaluator would be Toastmaster Ellen. But Toastmaster Ellen is doing her project, so I would like to call her evaluator first. Toastmaster Donna Nadira. Toastmaster Donna Nadira, the screen is yours.
Thank you, Ms. VP Education, for the warm welcome. I am here to welcome our very first time evaluator, Toastmaster Ellen. She will be doing her level 1 project 4.3 evaluation and feedback first evaluator speech. The purpose of this project is for Toastmaster Ellen to practice applying feedback and serve as a speech evaluator during a club meeting, which she will do in a few seconds. And the purpose of this speech is for the member to deliver constructive feedback on another member's presentation. In this case, it'll be Toastmaster Hanny. So without further ado, let us welcome our very first time evaluator, Toastmaster Ellen.
Thank you, Toastmaster Donna. Okay, so today I had a pleasure of listening to Toastmaster Hanny's speech, and I must say that it was both entertaining and insightful. I'd like to highlight the strengths of Toastmaster Hanny's speech. The first one is Toastmaster Hanny captured our attention right from the start with a compelling story of Kajolani. And this is not only set the tone of Toastmaster Hanny's speech, but also it made it easier for us to connect with your message. Toastmaster Hanny also integrate physical gestures to deliver an exemplary speech and fully at ease with the audience. She excels at communicating using the spoken word. Then humor is presented, and I observe from the chat from the audience that the audience responded well to Toastmaster Hanny's story. The analogy comparing relationship to merger and acquisition was highly relatable, and it kept the audience feel engaged and added a unique twist of your speech. Toastmaster Hanny shared the ESG principle, effort, support, and glossy. And here in the evaluation, I also have the ESG principle to make Toastmaster Hanny's speech to the next level. E for eye contact. Maintaining consistent eye contact with the audience will enhance Toastmaster Hanny's connection with the audience, and it helps in building rapport and making the message more impactful. The second is S. S for speaking with humor more frequent by emphasizing your punchlines with pauses or changes in tone that can make your humor even more effective. And the last G is to challenge yourself. The last G stands for gesture. You may try to deliver your speech in standing position that will make your expression stronger. So in conclusion, Toastmaster Hanny's, your speech was a delightful blend of humor and insight. By focusing on eye contact, speaking with humor more frequent, and show strong gesture, you can take your speeches to the next level. So thank you very much for sharing your wonderful speech and already showed your agility with us today. So back to you, the Toastmaster of the meeting, the general evaluator. Thank you, Madam G.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ellen. And
Can you believe that? This is her first time evaluation. And I would like to ask her evaluator, are you ready to give an evaluation, Toastmaster Dana? Or do you need more time?
Can you ask like one table topic and then I'll be good?
Okay, good. Okay,
Thank you.
so Toastmaster Dede, how are you? This is our VPM, so if you want to join our club, this is the person who you would like to contact. Toastmaster Dede,
Hi, Toastmaster Leonie. Am I audible?
yes, you're audible. Where are you right now?
Yes,
Where are you right now? Are you in holiday?
I am not in holiday, but I'm in my hometown in Majalengka, so I'm little bit late for join the meeting because the connection, but it's really clear when the Toastmaster Andhyka share about the education, so I can hear and learn how to be a good interviewer, maybe.
Awesome. So Toastmaster Dede, can you tell us a little bit if we want to join SCBD Toastmasters Club, what should we do?
What should we do? The first is the willingness to learn and grow as the person, because in the SCBD Toastmaster, as we know, this is the public speaking club or the community, but the end of the session is about your willingness to learn, because we cannot to be the good public speaker if we don't have the the motivation in ourselves to be the better person. So the first is the willingness to learn, and then the second, yes, you can contact me to register yourself to be a member in SCBD Toastmaster, and the last is you need pay the money.
Thank you so much. Willingness and go contact our VPM, Toastmaster Dede. That is all you need to do if you want to join SCBD Toastmasters Club, right? Thank you so much, our VPM.
Thank you, Toastmaster Leonie.
Now let's get back to the evaluator. Toastmaster Donna, are you ready? Do we need to call another one? Oh, she's ready. All right, so Toastmaster Donna Nadira, evaluator for Toastmaster Alan Marita. Toastmaster Donna Nadira, the screen is yours.
Oh, thank you to our journal evaluator. Wow, Toastmaster Ellen, just like washing tea, just like baking pie, there's always a first time for everything. So, everyone, I'd like for you to unmute yourselves and say congratulations, Toastmaster Ellen.
Congratulations.
So, first of all, I'd like to applaud Toastmaster Ellen for having three great things. First, she has great structure. Just like everyone mentioned, it does not feel like a first time, which is impressive. She mentioned how Toastmaster Hanny mentioned her ESG principles. She mentioned how Toastmaster Hanny started out with the Kajoni, and also Toastmaster Hanny's three very unique three very unique tips, ESG efforts for and glossy. And she was also very detailed in remembering every single thing that happened in the speech that she was evaluating. And I'd also like to mention that she was very comfortable on screen and did not have any stumbles whatsoever. However, I do have a few suggestions for Toastmaster Ellen. First is that it might feel a little not too flexible. So you can help that by adding more gestures to your evaluation. You can also have more vocal variety in your delivery. So when we do our evaluations, we can try and break that monotony by doing oh no, the word is escaping me. By comparing your evaluee with something else. using metaphors. Now, it came back to me. So, for example, if I'm taking stuff from my table, you can compare Toastmaster Hanny to a pen, for example, that she writes great stories and she writes great texts for herself. And you can also use your hands. If you don't want to stand up, it's okay, but you can use the whole of your screen to deliver more message in your evaluation. So last, before we go, I do have a challenge for you, Toastmaster Alan. An evaluation is not just a time for you to evaluate the speaker, but also a time for you to shine. So please take the stage and own it. It is totally fine, especially here within Toastmasters, to deliver your own spin, to have metaphors, to have other sparkles and sprinkles, as long as you stick within those three structures that you have, which is already great. So all in all, very great first start for you, Toastmaster Alan. Wish you the best for all your evaluations to come. And thank you. Back to you, GE.
Thank you so much, Taskmaster Donna, for such an insightful evaluation for the evaluator. I think we should all learn from this evaluation because it is true that evaluation moment is also the time for us to shine, to use the gestures, variety, and also metaphor. And now, next, let's have the timer report. So, Mr. Ellie, can you give the timer report for all the evaluators today?
Yes. I will give a agility report for tonight. The first one, BTM Lee, who evaluate Toastmaster Andhyka, is 3 minutes 5 seconds. And the second evaluator is Toastmaster Ellen, 2 minutes 40 seconds. And the last one, Toastmaster Donna, 3 minutes 15 seconds. I think that's all. Thank you. Back to you, G.
All right, thank you so much for the report timing for all the evaluators. And now let's call our ballot counter for today, Toastmaster Vincent. Toastmaster Vincent, are you ready? Oh, Toastmaster Vincent already. Yeah.
Yes. Sorry. Yeah, please check the link in the chat box which I shared before. And yeah, please give your vote to our evaluators. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Vincent, our first timer ballot counter as well. And now, while we are waiting for all the participants to give their voting, let's move on to the general evaluator. I would like to call our WOD reporter for today, Toastmaster Beatrix or Toastmaster Bebe. Toastmaster Bebe, are you there? Over to you, Toastmaster Bebe.
Yes, but I think that the polls cannot be voted. The answer only for evaluator.
Sorry. Sorry.
Yes, me too. I can't afford it. It's like, thank you, you for your voting, but I haven't voted anything yet.
Or maybe we Toastmaster Vincent, can you make a new one? So
Yes.
don't use the first one. Okay. So
Yeah,
we're going to wait for the new voting link. And now let's move on to our WOD counter. Toastmaster Bebe.
Okay. Wait, I'm going to share the screen for this. Can you see my screen? Not yet, yeah. Oh. Okay. So, thank you, G. Okay, dear fellow Toastmaster. So basically, in general, every speaker has delivered their speeches well. And to be honest, I was engrossed by all the speakers because the content was so meaty for me. Maybe I cannot count all of you, but this is a few that I captured. For Toastmaster Alvin, one and then for Toastmaster Leonie, one and N. And here is when you mention like one sentence and there was like two and Toastmaster Dinda one time and three times N. But you mentioned one word of the day, agility. And next for Toastmaster Brian, one time, Toastmaster Ellie, three times and you also mentioned one word of the day, agility. Toastmaster Vincent, one and then Toastmaster Hanny, one Toastmaster Andhyka. Since this is a very long speech and insightful speech, so I wonder how you can only make it like two one and you also mentioned one word of the day, agility. Next for Toastmaster Agung, I captured two and then there was one repeated word, long pause, two long pause. The repeated word was the, and then soon to be Toastmaster Fania, more than five, and then two times, and then two, and also two times long pause. Toastmaster Lutfi, one time, and then long pause one time. Soon to be Toastmaster Medina, more than five times, and two times also some repeated words like the increase to one time long pause. Next for DTM Lee Buckley, she mentioned two times agility, and then Toastmaster Ellen one time also two times and Toastmaster Donna three times and one time long pause. Yeah, I think that's all the report for today. This is like my note is for you as your reference and developing your communication skills. Yeah, so that's all from my side. Thank you. Toastmaster Leonie, back to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bebe. Very meticulous. Thank you so much for your report. And next, let's move on to the next report, which is the Grammarian report. And we have the VP of Jakarta Toastmasters Club, Toastmaster Brian. Toastmaster Brian, the screen is yours.
Hello, and happy morning, everyone. Allow me to share my screen. Okay, is my screen visible?
Yes.
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 Yes, it is.
Right. Okay, so thank you, everyone. I would like to congratulate everyone for your agility in being mindful of your language usage. As I mentioned a while ago, I'm going to share with you my observations about how is everyone doing with regards to grammar and language. First of all, and first and foremost, there are several quotes and wise thoughts that are interesting to note down, which I believe and hopefully everyone could learn from this. First of all, it's from the Hanny. I love the way that you say integrating ESG principles for sustainable relationships to highlight that well, relationship is just as important as investment. That's why you have to be careful in investing in that. And if nowadays investment in banking and in economics focus on ESG, that's why we have to also focus and integrate the ESG aspect in our relationship. We also note down a very interesting quote from the Andhyka. There is "You Make Your Dream Come True" from Michael Jackson, and also skills, study, start, and end impressively, and use stories with the STAR method for interview success. So if you are going to and dream to land to your dream job, you have to implement these 4 tips that the Andhyka has shared with you today. Let's move on now on the pronunciation check. What did the speaker say in this section? I heard that one speaker pronounced the word evening as evening. Instead of saying evening, we should pronounce it as evening. And then I also heard a speaker said advertisement, right? For some people, this might cause a confusion because some people say advertisement, but others might say advertisement. Well, there's nothing wrong with regards to the pronunciation. It's just the style that we use in the pronunciation. British use advertisement and the American use advertisement. That is for the pronunciation. The third is about the grammar check. Okay, we have long lists of this, but hopefully we can learn something out of this. And the first thing that I note down is someone said he recovery from illness. In my observation, this sentence missed the verb. So instead of saying he recovery from illness, we should say he is recovering from illness if the context is that this recovering process is still ongoing, or he recovered from illness if the context already happened in the past. A speaker also said he was shared some experience. And the issue with this sentence is on the verb and the plural form of experience. So we have to correct to he shared some experiences. Next is that a speaker said, I lost contact to him. The issue here is on the preposition following the word contact. The correct form is I lost contact with him, because the preposition to often close related to direction, but the preposition with is closely associated with a connection, or in person is in connection with the contact, the word contact. Fourthly is that the people struggle, blah, 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 blah. I think if I'm not mistaken, this sentence is unfinished sentence. So to complete that, you have to add with at the end of the sentence. So it should be that people struggle with, or that people are struggling with. Next is how to answer trapping question. Well, grammarly speaking, there's no issue with that. But for the sake of clarity, we have to add how should you answer a trapping question. And then when the session about interview practice, a speaker said, blah, 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 6 months job experience. The issue with this sentence is actually on how we can concise it into create a noun phrase, and also the prepositions to add in the sentence. So the correct form should be blah, 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 6 months job experience with hyphen to make a noun phrase, or blah, 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 6 months of job experience. In addition to that, a speaker said, what I've done was I tried to increase. So the issue here is not actually on the grammar, the past tense and whatnot, but rather on the overstatement of the subject. So the correct form of that is that what I've done was try to increase. So you have to just delete the word or the subject I. Next is that the word is it permittable. Okay, so grammarly, there's no issue with that, but it's just uncommon to be used in a sentence. So the common one is that, is it permissible, blah, 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 blah. And then there was a speaker mentioned, I am interested with the position of being a manager. So the issue here is on the preposition with that followed the word interested. Normally, we have to use I am interested in that position. And lastly, is that is everyone vote already? So the issue here is that there's an issue with regards to verb and the form of verb that we use, that we should use in the sentence. The correct form is to use present perfect tense, that is, has everyone voted already. And why is in the form of present perfect tense? Because probably this happened in the past, but with indefinite time. So there's no exact time. So we just need to use present perfect tense. I believe that's all from me as a grammarian. I give back to GE.
All right, thank you so much for such a true, detailed report from our grammarian. So now it is time for me to present the general evaluator for today. So let me show you my screen. Okay, this is actually Toastmaster often slides, which okay, so hopefully I can do this. Right. So first of all, our Toastmaster of the meeting, did I mention that she is also a first timer for today? Toastmaster of the meeting, but she didn't feel like she was the first time because she really prepared a good slide, a good opening, a nice transition as well. And I do not see any notes for Toastmaster Dinda here. So I believe that you've done a really good job, Toastmaster Dinda. Congratulations. Now for the timer. Toastmaster Ellie, ooh, she's doing it really well today. She's raising her hands. She was very agile with the signaling because today we are actually doing something new, which is signaling all the role takers, which is I know would be a very heavy burden for the timer, but she done it really well. Amazing. So just one improvement. Maybe you can share the report on the chat box so that everyone can know the report well. Congratulations. And also our ballot counter for today, Toastmaster Vincent, our first timer as well. We have such a long list of first timer today, but you don't feel it, right? He was very efficient. He was very adaptable with the solution of a problem. When someone said that the link cannot be voted, he immediately take the control and create another link. Just one room of improvement, maybe for the role takers. It is also for us to shine. So increase the energy when you are called for the report. Try to use the energy so that we can feel the vibe also. Because as a ballot counter, you are also going to be a mini master of ceremony. Next, our RWD counter, very meticulous, very relaxed. She is also a first timer. And just for one room of improvement, just add a little bit of encouragement with the whole section of RWD counter. So congratulations for our Toastmaster Debbie, our RWD counter first timer. Amazing. Now for our grammarian all the way from JTC. What a phenomenal report. Very structured, very true. We all learn so much from our grammarian for today, right? And just one room of improvement, time allocation. We only have, unfortunately, 5 minutes for the grammarian. I know that you have such a plenty things to share with us. Anyway, thank you so much for your insightful report today. Next, for the meeting, the overall meeting, Toastmaster often apparently gave a very good point for us. So we have already posted in social media. Members are reposting the post, so actively supporting our club. Agenda is distributed prior to the meeting. Time has been managed very well. We have the highest record of attendance, which is 51. Congratulations, everyone. Chat box is also very active. We also have an attractive theme for today. And we also tag the performers on the IG. Thank you so much for our Madam Treasurer, Toastmaster Nabila, who's actually replacing our Madam VPPR who's on vacation. Thank you so much, Nabila. And the next one would be, okay, the room of improvement. So expo or a dedicated role takers can greet the audience in the chat box. So make sure that all the expos can be more participating. So the second one that Toastmaster Alvin said, try to implement guestbook to keep our audience informed about the meeting. So that is all the evaluator report from Toastmaster Alvin for today. So on behalf of Toastmaster Alvin, I believe we all have such a fun, insightful, and we all have shown the agility for all of us to create this meeting today. Thank you so much, and I would like to hand the control. Before that, I would like to hand the control to our ballot counter. Toastmaster Vincent, are you ready to announce today's best prepared speakers and the certification as well? Toastmaster Vincent, the screen is yours.
Okay, let me share my screen first. Okay, that's my screen already visible.
Yes, it's already visible.
Okay, of course, we would like to present the appreciation to our educational speaker, TM Andhyka Sumarsono. Congratulations.
Thank you, Toastmaster Andhyka.
Thank you so
Thank you,
much,
Toastmaster
Let's
Andhyka.
take a picture first. Excuse me, Toastmaster
Take the
Vincent.
picture.
Yes, please.
Would you mind to
Can you
next
move back
slide?
one slide?
Okay, that's great. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Andhyka, for such an inspiring session. And this is the certificate for you.
Yes.
Okay. In 3, 2, 1. The crack. Great.
Thank you.
Back to you, Toastmaster Vincent.
Okay. The next one, my fellow Toastmaster and guests, this is the moment of truth. This is the moment that I'm waiting for. And I'd like to announce you some of the best speakers here. And the first one, for the most favorite prepared speaker, it goes to Toastmaster Hanny. Please give a big round of applause to Toastmaster Hanny.
Yay, congratulations.
Kak Joani, Kak
For
Joani.
delivering your speech, Toastmaster Hanny.
Should be Kak Joani.
Oh, Kak Joani. Okay, that's great. Okay, let me take the picture. In 3, 2, 1. Okay, that's great. Back to you, Toastmaster Vincent.
Okay, the next one, for the most favorite mock interview participant. And this one goes to Toastmaster Agung. Please give a round of applause to Toastmaster Agung.
Congratulations, Toastmaster Agung.
Congratulations.
Hey, congratulations, Toastmaster Agung, for the great interview session with our HR here. Okay, let me take the picture. This be the most handsome you. Okay, in 3, 2, 1. Wow, that's great. Got it. Back to you, Toastmaster Vincent.
And last but not least, for the most favorite evaluator, this one goes to Toastmaster Ellen. Yeah, congratulations, Toastmaster Ellen, for your evaluation.
Yay, congratulations, Toastmaster
Congratulations,
Ellen.
Thank you.
Okay, congratulations for, yeah, I think this is your first role taker as an evaluator. Congratulations, you got this. Let me take the picture in 3, 2, 1. Okay, that's great.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Okay, if everyone would like to join our Toastmaster, SCBD Toastmaster, feel free to contact PMDD or VP of Membership. You can scan the QR code on the right side, or you can contact her number in this gray square below. Okay, or you can check the link below also. Thank you, everyone. Sorry, back to you.
Okay, thank you so much, Toastmaster Vincent, and congratulations to all of the winner. Hall of Fame are for you guys, and then we are at the end of the meeting. I'm so happy for tonight's meeting. It's very demure, it's very mindful. Yeah, I really hope that from this meeting we will have more agility to face our next day. And then to close this meeting, I just want to say thank you for all of us. It's really got meeting, and I want to say something special. Maybe in Indonesia we call it as pandun, but maybe in English we can call it as a rhyme. So I'm thinking about make one pantun or a rhyme, and don't laugh at me. So it's okay. Let's buy a ball. Let's go to sing. Thank you all. Wow, we are amazing. Thank you so much for having me for as center of the meeting. Yes, Jacob. Thank you so much. And then over to you, our Madam President.
All right. Wow. Awesome, Toastmaster Nina. Roses are red, violets are blue. Unmute yourselves.
Congratulations.
Okay, wait. Say Jacob, please. Jacob. Jacob. Roses are red, violets are blue. I just want to say good job to you.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nina. Awesome.
Should we replay it? No, we can continue it until 11 o'clock now.
Yes, please don't. Okay, well, thank you so much, everyone, for coming tonight. Well, we learned so much from Toastmaster Andhyka tonight. I have him on here. Okay, there we go. Hi, Toastmaster Andhyka.
Hello. I'm not expecting to be spotlighted.
Oh, sorry. How do you feel?
I feel great because I can share my insights, and I do hope that it is very helpful for all of us. And so everyone can ace their interviews.
Thank you so much for sharing your insights with us. Really great time tonight, especially proven by our super high attendance when you were there. Thank you, Nika.
Thank you so much, Ms. President.
All right. Well, I'd like to shout out to all of our visiting Toastmasters. We have Toastmaster Nanda. We have Toastmaster Jackie Chang. And we have Toastmaster Sylvie from Mets, Toastmaster Flo, Toastmaster Nikki, and Toastmaster Zolfa from Jamil. I think I want to say hi to you. I know we're running a little bit late, but in case you're there, I just want to say hello. I think Toastmaster Jackie has his camera on, so I'd like to say hi. Hello.
Me?
Yes, hi.
Hi. So, yeah, I'm happy to be here to join the SCBD meeting. The reason I'm here because I saw the timer 80 come to our club several times, and also not only come to the One Word. I'm from the One Word Toastmasters Club, so that's why I think it's maybe the time to visit the club here, and I really like the vibe in the club, very energetic, and also learn a lot from of you. And hoping that I can come to visit you again if you don't mind as a guest. Thank you.
Of course, gladly. Thank you to Sister Jackie. And I think just one last visiting Toastmasters. Can I call Toastmaster Samuel from Friendship? Hello.
Hi. Good morning, fellow Toastmaster and guests. I have to change my tone because in our side we usually call good evening. So in Indonesia and Jakarta's right, I do believe that everyone practices good morning. Selamat pagi, right?
Yes, that's right. I think we share that in common. Yeah, it's a thing here to say happy morning.
Yeah. And thanks to Toastmaster Andhyka, who shared the links so that I can join tonight meetings. So it's a very insightful, and especially in his sessions, right? The interview sessions I learned a lot, and in this meeting if I have to list out many things, right? There's too many things for me to mention about the interview. There's a lot of giveaway. Thank you so much for the table topic sessions.
Thank you. Yes, lots of great examples tonight, right?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Sister Samuel. Come again. Oh, may I know your schedule?
Oh, our club meetings, right, will be this coming 1st October, but we're still preparing on that because we still have to move on for coming meetings about this humorous speech for District 102.
Wow.
So it's kind of busy for that. I haven't planned for my 1st of October. Yes. So
Okay.
perhaps if any updates, right, giving an opportunity, I think next Friday I can revisit these online meetings again and hope that to see the other flavors from the clubs.
Oh, thank you so much for planning
you
to
so
visit
much.
again. Okay, we loved having you. Thank you to Sister Samuel. All right then. Well, everyone, thank you so much for sticking around all the way till 9 or 10 if you live an hour after us. So I think I do have a few quick reminders before we go. Okay. So I'd like to shout out our first-time role takers, to Sister Ellen and to Sister Vincent, who won, and to Sister Vincent has left. But our next meeting will be the touch of traveling, since we're gonna have our long weekend this weekend. I think it's a good time to, refresh up on the feelings of travel that you might have missed since it's already 3/4 of the year. Wow, time flies. And don't forget, it's renewal season. So if you see just how impactful tonight has been, you can get this and way more if you become a member. Coming over here is always free, but if you want to deliver projects like Toastmaster Andhyka, if you want to become an evaluator, you can be a member. So go do that. No deadlines, no nothing, but being a member in SCBD is a ton of fun. And if you're a new member, pace yourselves. Please don't forget to complete level 2 if you want to join our contest on January 18th, 2025. So don't forget, we meet every Friday online on Zoom right at this link. And every ends of the month, we meet in person at the Ministry of Education Library at Jalan Jenderal Sudirman, Jakarta. So that next one would be the 27th of September. All right then. If you have any other questions or curiosities regarding SCBD Toastmasters, feel free to text Toastmaster Dede right here. Visit us on Instagram, see the recording of this exact meeting on YouTube, or scan that barcode right there. Don't go anywhere because we're going to have a chit chat session right after. But With the power vested in me, I officially adjourn this meeting. Happy morning!
Happy morning.
Happy
Bye.
Happy morning.
Wake